Hi, everyone. Uh, I'm pressured to have an opportunity to show my secret, how to coach singles. And make sure you get your pens and sit close a little bit when I do some technical drills like later on. And I think how to develop a single players is, I think Michelle Lee is the one who age 20 will be qualified to Olympic 2012 in 2 events. But how we can do that? Okay, and when we're coaching in Canada, it's like very hard for us to push the kids to train like 6 hours per day. How are we gonna work? It's like usually when I go out, when I see anybody who I can chat with Tracy, I can chat with Kenneth, Indonesian coaches, I chat with Gubajai. So many coaches that they're so good in the world, and I try to squeeze in and ask them questions. How come your wrist is so strong? How you can make the stroke so fast that you can create, the power so hard? And you commentating on YouTube, a lot of commentators are saying that punch clear, okay, attacking clear. So when you have this kind of skill, how you can generate the power from your wrist? Okay, some people that they're born, let's say Li Zhongwei, like he is very good in physical, and his speed is really fast on court. When we play Tai Chi, oh my God, it's like the skill is good, the footwork is skill, and all the Japanese girls, they run crazy on court nonstop. How we can coach a player in Canada to compete with those top players in the world, right? All coming from Pan Am and Barbados, right? And how are we going to do training these players with a very short time training, but you can generate the level to go up? Okay, so I will demonstrate it, 3 drills that we usually do when we are in singles. Okay, the first one, I will have 3 players come out. Okay, I'll introduce my little one, and I brought Rachel Chen today. She's 15 years old. Right now, under 17, she probably Triple Crown in Canada. And hopefully I will develop her and build her to become another good single players in the world. And we have Talia is already developed from a lot of coaches. And we have Stanley. And then we'll work on skills and drills later on. And when you see the first drills that we want to do, keep 2. The first one we do is clear and drop. Very simple drills. We use these drills is like play against a lot of Asian players because they run crazy. They're non-stop. They're very consistent. Like they hit the bird over, and then they can changing the speed. They can add the deception. They can do so many things during these very basic clear and drop. But in Canada, if I tell you to do this drill, everyone will fall asleep because no challenging. It's like in front of 2 Malaysian coaches here, they probably know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first one that what we're doing it, we're based on 3 drills. This drill is particular, you 2 stand on one side, clear and drop. Side by side. Yeah, 2 against 1. We focus on these drills is you're looking for, when they clear and drop, you're looking for 40 shots, no mistake. Okay? And when you're doing it, they might seeing that no mistake, they try to no mistake, then they feeding each other. But this is wrong. When you're doing this, make sure that you're including these drills, you have to see the consistency, deception, skill, and changing the speed and strategy. Okay? Like most of the time when you're doing single, you always have to go back to center all the time. Let's see what here we do. Running the player around, run Rachel around. Okay, see, this is a skill and strategy because like Rachel is not going back to center, and then Stanley just make a little bit deception and then go cross it. That's why Rachel will miss. Okay, do another one. Cross. Continue, make the drills go. You guys counting? As you see on the YouTube, most of the girls that, or the guys that, they will always post it up. Oh, how many times this rally? 40 shots, 30 shots, 7 shots. I remember one time, I think the highest Lin Dan play Lee Jong Wei is 97 in a rally. But no mistake. But during the rally in between, then you were talking about changing speed and deception, and then the positioning and strategy inside these drills. Can you do a little bit faster? Actually doing it. Okay, go. Outside. Okay, so this is the first drills that we do, and we're according to these 3 basic drills, and we're training every day, with Michelle's or some other single players and Stanley. So the second one that we'll do, this one is basically on training these is like competing with some of the players that they can run crazy on court. No mistake, nothing special. Okay, second drills, we were doing defense in front 4 corners. So most of the players that when they do this drill, after they clear, they never will go back to center. So they will leave the front 4 corners empty. So when you're doing it, and I was setting the drills, it's like they will clear 3 times. In between those 3 times, then they will start attacking. Okay, they can do 1 clear and quickly drop and smash, or when they do clear, second time, they will do just in between. Within 3 clear, they will attacking you. Okay, so ready? So you go front and back. That's clear and drop. We do side by side, and this one has to be front and back. Clear it. 1, 2, or 3, then you're out. So they don't get used to it. And make sure that you clear it and go back to center. And when you're seeing these, they were expecting the player who are worker always come back to center and get squat down and get ready for the front 4 corners. See, you can see Rachel's face. Her eyes is open up and get ready for the defense. Clear it. Clear it. Ready. Clear it. Clear it. Already. You don't have to be 3. It could be 1 clear. Then you tell your player you can suddenly attack. You can see in that the most key things that when you're seeing the player when they're working on it, make sure that they squat down lower. Okay, and then the body tilt a little bit forward, and so that they will get used to do that defense. Okay, when we're doing these drills, it's like you focus it on you playing someone who are offensive player. You know that, oh, this guy or from whoever, like which country, then there will be a lot of jumping, smashing. Those are the drills that you have to focus it on. If you play someone who are like more offensive. Okay, when we play, let's say, PV Sindel or we play Carolina, we always have to work on these kind of drills to make the base lower and so that we can defense their smash. Get it? Okay, number 3. The number 3 drills is like we can say it's a box game, but in between we have rhythm together. Okay, rhythm together, and also you can set at the net, you can cross, you can push. But whenever you see whoever they're pushing, I want you to add the speed, and you have to do the attacking. Like, I don't care that you smash or you're slicing or you do anything as long as you're going down. This is a drill, particularly if I'm Michelle Lee, I'm an offensive player. If I play PV Sindel or you play Carolina, then this is a drill is good to work on because both will try our best to see that we can, whoever setting up, I will do smashing down. Okay, this drill has to be patience. Okay, well, you have to be patient. You have to, doesn't matter how many times that you're setting. You might set for 10 or 5. Okay, could be in this one in a while that you can push them. And when you see someone pushing up the bird, then you know that the chance is here. Then you're not going to clear. You have to go down. Because you clear first, they were smashing down. Is it clear? Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's Stanley doing. Stanley, you go over there. So you both sides can net, both sides can push, and both sides can smash. We call sudden attack for this one. Hey, get your racket up all the time when you're setting at the net. You can see the Danish player also use this one. They open their left arm all the time, try to cover up the full court with two-step footwork. Okay, get it? So when Sandy push it, you two can smash it too. So that he will alert that the other side will attacking. So you both sides is challenging each other. Has to change speed. You can't be same speed. Okay, once you see the bird pushing up, your footwork has to add the speed. Okay? Yes. Follow, follow. Every time you smash it, you know that you're following up. Okay, stop. Okay, those are the drills that we are playing against someone. They are really like, you are offense, I'm offense. I want to see who will get that. You will see this kind of like style of play when you see men in men's singles. Okay, and then one thing is I have to mention that the left arm. I find out when I watch the Danish play, like I watch Victor Exelsen play, and maybe Anthony, their left arm is always keep it up really wide like this. Why is that? Because they keep the balance, and then they also can generate power from the upper body. I will talk about these later on. Okay, that's the 3 drills that you keep it. A very basic, simple one. If you put it on these 3 drills for your single player, work on it every day, then they will progressively improve. Okay, thank you. And deception. I'm talking about second thing is talk about deception. Nowadays, who's the #1 lady singles? Is Tai Su Ying. They have a lot of deception. Like what the concept of the deception? Do you know? The concept of deception, I think most of the Asian coaches that they might know, the deception concept is like you making the opponent the rhythm. We go back to Tracy. Like why she's using the music to do the footwork stuff? Because in singles, with a lot of rhythm, changing speed. How you can change your speed? By your hand, by your stroke. Right? You can see most of the time when they see all the players that from Asia or better country, you don't see them swing a lot. Okay? They usually would generate power from the wrist. And at the end, they will use the finger to pointing to the corner. Okay? Make the accuracy. Okay? So the deception is kind of the deception is like playing at the second time, not the first second, the second. Okay, so I need Rachel. Okay, we usually will do these drills for the younger players, and I'm sure I have these drills. It's very easy for anyone, even though you're not high level. Then you'll see the difference. Let's say the players will hitting back to me, and I'm feeding them 4 corners. Okay, you just see the difference that you're getting here, you're getting here, you're getting here. Okay, now most of the time the concept of the deception is same pace, okay, same pace, make her run, right, run, go, sorry, run, be careful, you cover full court, run, okay, again, the deception only works when you come to longer rally. Make her get used to your pace, then you have deception. That's how you break the rhythm. Okay, and I don't know if you watch a little bit more, and people who are good in deception, they will not do it right away. Okay, and then other things is when we talk about deception is, if you all the time, a lot of players do a lot of like this, like, wow, once the first second, you already play deception. Not gonna work. Then it will become your real stroke. Every time you do this, then you become a real stroke. Then it's not deception. Okay, we'll do one more time. And always, you can get it here. You can get it low. Again, we go longer rally. Make her comfortable first. Right? Then push. Sorry. Okay. Then you little bit stop. Then you already break the rhythm. Okay, you come over here. I'll tell a little bit more concept. When we are fighting, right? We're fighting. When we're fighting, you can punch me, I can punch you, but I punch you first because I'm your coach. So you see me? Look at your hands up, right? No matter what you do, you go this impact, she will move, right? right? Because she's pretending like I won't hit her. But this is like what happened is that for the second shot, is like if I do one, but I hold, I'm not gonna hit her. Then what happened is she move. When she's coming back, then I hit her. That's the concept. Okay, now let's see. So you watch this time. I'm adding my upper body. Now you'll see, no matter what I did, she will stop. I go longer rally first. Longer rally first. Make her run. Make her run. Go. Right. Right. Body, upper body. You go. You pretending you're going up. Have a push, but you use your stroke to make it slow. That's the deception concept. Right? Sometimes you can see when you coming to the net, you pretending you are doing this position. This is what? This position is what? It's a push. Am I right? Every time you see me push, then, sorry, do it one more time. You see me go up, push, but I'm doing a net. Okay? Or you're going in, you go underhand like this, you're pretending you're doing a net. Right? But if you add the speed, one, two, you stop, then your hands like quickly make up the time, then you become a push. Always think about when you look like a push, you're doing a net. When you jump up, have a big swing, you're pretending you smash, but you're dropping. You're making a big lift, stroke like this, but you do a net spin. Always thinking about this, then will become a deception stroke. Is it too complicated? Because I always think a lot of these things to make the skill better. Because I know that we can't force them to do an hour footwork on court. That's impossible. That's why I always think about a lot of these things. And I'll have another thing that I will share. The grip. Like I brought a team to Hong Kong to train one summer, and then I'll sit down on the bench, and one of my younger teammate that he is pretty high level. He played probably he's a men's singles. He played 3 games against Peter Gay at that time. He lost, and he played Lin Dan very close 2 games. And then he said, Jennifer, all the kids you brought back from Toronto, they're holding wrong grip. They're all holding wrong grip. I said, oh my God, so I'm teaching something wrong. Then he showed me, then this is how they're supposed to doing in single is they always like changing grip all the time. So he said, you have to hold a backhand grip for all the stroke. Then I don't get it. At that time, I learned it. I come back. I have students feed it to me, and I try it, and then I'll find out. And recently, I even find out a little bit more about how to hold the grip, and even though make the stroke and make the skill even better for my player. Okay? So now, I think traditionally, when you're coaching, they will forehand will do this way, backhand you change grip and do it this way, right? But nowadays, they don't change grip. You can see all the doubles players, okay, or singles player, they don't change grip here and here because it's too slow. They forehand, they use these index fingers to push it off. Backhand, they use the thumb to push it off. They don't change grip anymore because it's not fast enough. And then you can see the men's doubles, they don't do this, very seldom to do this anymore. They do more forehand because they will use generate more power from here. So if you think about it, if you're holding a backhand forehand grip, if you're holding this way, when the bird comes, right, you chop on the side. You're just chopping in front of you. The bird go diagonal. Right? But when you want to hit a cross court, most of you will facing cross or upper body turn. But if you're holding the right grip, nowadays, the grip, and then you chop the bird, then the bird already go over to cross court. Right? Especially Legion White's specialty is what? Forehand smashing cross court. I was sitting in the gym 10 hours watching the tournaments, I'll figure out how come he cannot turning the body, but he can smash cross, right? The key is every time when you see the poster, that when he holding a forehand grip, a backhand grip, but he's actually basically smashed to the cross court though, right? And the concept is very simple. If you're seeing the bird coming in front of you, you're chopping the bird, then the bird will go this way, right? Without turning. So that means when one time you really want to cross court, you hide pretending you're going straight. Then you chop the stroke, then the bird will go cross. I try to introduce you to open up your mind and your eyes to learn things from the world player. Chatting with some of the good coaches around here. You won't be, I'm the speaker, I will be good, right? Always get information from them, right? Second things, this is what we learn from the skill part. Okay, Jennifer, how we can make the skill better? Okay, then I will see Dai Xiuying, like maybe 10 years old or 12 years old, she can really can do backhand clear. And I spoke to the coach, say, how come you can teach her backhand cross-court clear? Can I teach my player like this? He said, no, Jennifer, I never taught her that. She's just born like this. Like you can see Li Zhongwei walking to the center, not even squatting down. Why he can do that? You cannot do it. But behind the screen, he working so hard. Nobody knows. But the kids is always seeing how nice is the YouTube, and they will just follow and say, okay, you know, they don't squat down. Why you have to tell me to squat down? No. They've done so many weightlifting at the back of the screen to create more powerful on their lower body. Okay, second things, and when I coach Michelle is always complaining, Jennifer, how I can modify my stroke smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, and you know that she's an offensive player, and if they're not going to lift it to you, how many times when we go out, they know that she has a very powerful smash, nobody will lift it to her, obviously, right? It's so stupid lifting to you because I will die faster. So we find out we're using some of the material, like the cover. I'm working on the underhand stroke to modify her skill better, and so that when we play at the Commonwealth game, play against PV Sindhu, then we'll control more at the net. So you can see in the market, this is a material that you will be using to helping creating their power. So when I talk to the Indian coach, I say, how come every single men's single, they can whip the bird so hard? Okay, they say, no, they don't train like this. They just born like this, and that obviously they're not telling you. So, right? But when I'm talking to Taiwan coach, I said, how come your men's singles, how come your doubles, they can whip the bird so hard? I was the first things that I would see Malaysian players, well, they can whip so hard, then how could they do that? Right? Then we realize it, and then when I talked to Taiwan, they said they use a lot of this kind of cover to do a lot of swinging, racket swinging. I don't know if you guys know this. Okay, this cover is no hole, right? And then you can see through it, and that means that it's for racket speed. When you want to have powerful smash, you have to increase your, racket speed. To when you see them, they smashing one shot 300 something, that's this cover. Okay, when you want to not making your stroke smaller, and then don't pull your arm to hit the bird, using this kind of cover, because the cover here there's a place here that you can hit with it. I can show you with Rachel. And then these things that it just invented by one of the Japanese guys, and then they are using these for whip power for their wrists. And then these little things that, you can see that is nothing special, but when you really wrap on the racket, you can make the racket head 30 grams heavier. I try to find in some of the manufacturers to try to make some racket. I say, can you make a racket with a heavy head, flexible shaft? I say, yes, concept is right, but Jennifer, that's impossible for me to make you one racket like this. Because every time you whip it, the head will fall off. So they have something, this 2 months ago, I find out these, and then these things can increase power on your wrist. What are these three different things? This one is for racket speed. Okay, that one is an underhand controlling, okay, and also make your stroke smaller. And this one, it generates your wrist power. Okay, this one is very easy. When we're doing it, we were doing these drills. That's my secret. So showing everyone. Okay, you stay in the middle. Okay, so what we try to do is we're working on the stroke only. So you stand close a little bit. Now what I'm trying to do is we do this. You can do net. You can do lift. Right? Those are the things that these one will preventing you not swinging too much. Okay, then another one that you can do it very easily is we generate the power for the point smash at the back. We just clear it. So try to see that you can accurately hitting to the plate. Okay, when you use this kind of cover, make sure one thing is you can't do this. You can't hit it. Because this cover will decrease that's the draft in here, then you'll make your stroke smaller. And then another thing is how you can hit the bird with power and then with the shorter distance. It's I finding out when you're doing it, a lot of people that they will swing. But swing will not give you more power. And then the key things for single is we don't need heavier smash, but we need angle, shuttle speed, and the accuracy. So when we're doing it, the smaller stroke will be better. So when we do it, throwing something to the box, the smaller stroke that you throw is better. If you do bigger swing, then you'll make a mistake. But for doubles player, it's different. Okay, the more stronger arm power that you have, you probably will smashing like really good. Okay, so when you're doing this, then I will look at it. I will probably doing this way. Okay, Rachel, you can come forward. Now you can see when you're doing it, you start from here, and then you turn, then you hit the bird down. Okay, that flip will be generate your power. So when we're young, we play some of the game like this, right? When you're doing it, you turn. No, don't move. You turn, you hit like this. It's that the flip that you hit, then you generate the power. That's how you can be a short time, and then you can hit. And then second thing is that when you're doing it, this is the hand. When you're doing it, a lot of people that they like to pull to the back, but when we're doing it, we're doing forward. And plus we add the wrist and add the fingers. When you're doing it, you can try too. When you're holding up your left hand, and then when you're doing it, right, are you using your wrist and fingers? Most of you probably how come no sound? You can try that afterward, and you'll see it. And then most of the time when we're doing it in skill, then we're using our wrists and we're using our fingers to generate the power from here. There's not much like big swing anymore. I can show you this. Rachel, you can toss. This way. I think you go this way, toss. Like a lot of people, they do this. They will flat like this, right? Like this. Ooh, kill. Ooh, kill. It's so good, right? But what about if you are under pressure? Most of you will hit it outside because you're so crazy, you want to hit the bird, like kill them. But when you do this, like when you start with these, stroke up, and you flip, you see the impact. You see the angle. The angle will quickly go down. That's the concept that you flip your racket. That's the concept that you're using the cover. Is it amazing? Right? Where I learned this from? I don't create these. I usually sit down on the bench. I'm watching those Asian coaches play a training, and I figure out that one time I was seeing Lin Dan, he playing a cross-court net so fast. So how could he do that? And then I just like sitting in the back and pretending I'm tying my shoes, and then I'm just keep on watching him. So I'm good at scouting. When next time, they might know now because they're videotaping me now. So every time they might see me sitting around, they okay, better don't not letting her look at it. Okay, and then you can see when you're doing a cross court, like he was like this. He quickly, done, right? Done. When we do a cross court, we do underhand, you have underhand, you do this and this, but it's not So everything is very simple. If any of your coach tell you, like, you have to do this, you have to do this, or you have to play like this, there's no fancy shots. It's just one very clear, right? And everyone right now, the cross-court net, all learning from what? From Spain. You have a Spain coach here? Yes. When we do the cross-court net, we do underhand. Carolina, upper here. What's the difference? Give you a little bit more. Just watch the time. Your underhand, you do this, right? Your underhand, you do this. Then the bird will going up. But what she does is chopping the bird. You can see the difference. The bird is going down. If I smash you here one time, you come up, she cross you over there, you're doing 2 turning. Then you turn, plus you have to add the speed go over there. Otherwise, 2 shots, she can beat you. So how we can face this kind of player? We work on upper body flexibility, which is I don't have time today. I want to go through these if I have next opportunity because they are timing me. So I don't like, this is a very, I love coaching. The love coaching part, the coaching process you learn from every single one in the world. You can learn from a whole country like in the world. Like you have to make sure open your mouth. You talk to them and get some secret from them. If they give you a little bit tips, you will improving your coaching skill, very good. Okay, so the turning thing is actually helping you to generate the speed power. Okay, the shuttle speed power. So you have to remember that. Okay, questions. I always last 5 minutes, and which is I don't want to because I don't want to share my secret anymore. Oh, this is a commercial thing. So you can go online and checking, and they selling this kind of product online. Some of the shop. I can talk to you after.
Hi, a small technical question. Do you prefer a shorter movement or maybe a longer movement but faster movement?
I would prefer shorter movement. Shorter movement with a quick return. That's most of the difficult part to play against. Right? When you see some of the good players like men's singles, ladies singles, when they go on court, they are so natural. They pretending they are not moving fast, but basically they're not. They're like that. They pretending they're not moving fast, but at the end, boom, boom, they at the speed. Why is that? This is in singles, a lot of rhythm changing. The more that rhythm changing, it's better for you to beat your opponent because we have to break the starting. Right? So a lot of people that they jump up, they pretending they are smashing, but they drop it to the center. That's what happened. Thank you, Rachel. See, recognize her face and see she'll be good in the future. So thank you, Rachel Chen. So, more questions? Oh, Tony. There's a mic.
One question that I always wonder whether the answer could be a different thing. One is actually about the pronation and the reverse slice. I usually don't try to tell them to go here because it's stopped. Your wrist stopped there. It's more natural. You go farther here. So what's your explanation?
Now we go back to the grip that I'm talking about. Traditionally, people, they hold the grip like this. Right. You see what happens if you hold a grip like this when you're bending your wrist? See the angle? It's only here. But if you're holding a backhand grip, when you're pointing down, when you do your wrist, you can see the angle is deeper. So that means that if you're holding the grip that traditional hold, then your bird will go long. But if I'm holding this grip, my bird will going down. I always like watching, like, how come they can smash the bird so angle, and how come I can? And I'll figure out. You can see a lot of poster, photo. You look at them, how they hold the grip. I have a bunch of pictures on my phone. I can see all different kind of good player that they're holding a grip. So make sure that next time when you teach your student, then make sure you have to holding the backhand grip, then you can do this.
But even if you hold with a normal universal grip, right? your swing could be this way, which go a little bit farther.
Yes.
And if you go here, physically, it's actually stopped there. I mean, you see here, this stopped there. Well, this one goes there.
No,
And-
but you're wrong, because when we do the wrist power, we don't stop the wrist, right? Because we have to swing it, and so that the racket head will coming back for the next one. If you tell them to stop like this, the bird coming here, how are you going to get it? You can't get it this way.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't mean it stop. It's just physically, it's here. Of course, when you bounce like this,
Yes.
it's okay. But if you, say when you do a slice drop, or
Yes.
a fast, whatever, a half smash, it's much more natural to go this way than to go that way. That's what I was
Okay,
sure.
that's then we refer back to the deception. Always talking about if your wrist is going this way, okay, then you tell your opponent that you hit the shots over there. But if you hit in that way with the reversing drop like this, you can do a reversing drop like this, but you still can go to the cross. That's the faking people, though.
Okay.
Right? That's more complicated, though, when you go to higher level. Questions? And make sure you don't hold the grip like tight, because you have to keep on changing your grip. Okay, no more questions? So I'm getting my gift. I see everyone have
Thank
it.
you.
And
Thank you,
and it's my
Jennifer. You know
turn.
very well how it works. You did very well. Thank you so much once again.